And welcome to Planet B period O period B period. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Denise, what's going on?
Hey, like I said, my fault tonight. I had to finish watching the game. I had to catch the end.
It happens. But, yeah, I mean, tonight we've got some things going on here. There's been a lot of rumors, hype, hysteria.
Yes.
People freaking out. There's even been people threatening to burn stores down.
It's getting out of hand.
And what we're talking about is vaping. There has been so much craziness out there. These parents groups are freaking out. And I mean, all right, they're calling, we want it to be made illegal, blah, 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 blah. Kids are going to find something. This is a generation who was not too long ago eating Tide Pods.
There you go.
Okay?
Yes. Absolutely.
They're going to find something. And it's not just kids, it's adults that's being affected by this too. But there is so many rumors, so many things, so many. If you don't mind, what I would like to get started with is to dispel the first rumor.
Okay.
People are claiming, e-cigarettes have been around since the 1920s, and okay. I have actually the timeline here.
There you go.
Of everything for the cigarettes, or the e-cigs, and it comes from the CASAA, which is Consumer Advocates for Smoke-Free Alternatives Association. And this is the timeline of the e-cigs. It is true. In 1927, a man named Joseph Robinson, he came up with the idea for the e-cigarette. And in 1930, he filed a patent. His patent was granted, but he never really made anything, and he never made clear of the prototype primitive. He had a primitive device that was manufactured, but never put on the market.
Mm-hmm.
In the 1960s, a man named Herbert A. Gilbert is generally credited for the creation of the first device that closely resembles the modern e-cigarette. He reports receiving a patent in 1965, filed in 1963, and created prototypes, possibly never including nicotine, but failed to commercialize it. He attributes this failure to the companies who might have commercialized it, preferring to wait for the patent to expire rather than license it, though it's not clear whether it had commercial potential at the time. Okay, 1979 to 1980s. Starting in 1979, Phil Ray, one of the pioneers of computers, working with his personal physician, Norman Jacobson, to create the first commercialized variation on the e-cigarette, which was not actually electronic. It relied on evaporation of the nicotine. They performed the first known formal research in the field on nicotine delivery. The commercialization of the project reached major retailers, but the device was never promising technology for nicotine delivery. Jacobson attributes its failure to being inherently faulty. While the device proved to be the dead end, the inventors did contribute the verb vape to the language. Okay, moving ahead to the 1990s. It says numerous patents for nicotine inhaler devices were filed throughout the 20th century and early 2000s by both tobacco companies and individual inventors. The flurry of activities in the 1990s. Many relied on the evaporation or physical propulsion, but a few were fairly similar to the modern e-cigarettes. One chemical reaction-based system that was invented in the 1999 is still the pipeline Reynolds brought to the market, the Eclipse Heart. I remember this one, heat not burn device. I do remember that. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
It was years ago, but whose functioning is, says it fails somewhere between pure nicotine inhaler and combust cigarettes. And also the Philip Morris people, of course, they had to get their hands on it. It says a major U.S. tobacco company requested permission from the FDA, which did not then regulate tobacco products, but did regulate drug delivery devices to bring a version of the e-cigarette to the market in 1998. The FDA denied the request on the basis of being an unapproved drug delivery device. This may explain the disappearance of the attempts to bring an e-cigarette to the market. Though the history of what happened is rather murky, the U.S. ruling does not fully explain the disappearance of the technology elsewhere. Okay, that's why I do remember an Eclipse cigarette. It was like in the late 90s, but like that says, I remember it just going away. I was like, oh, well, that was a fine idea. Okay, so now fast forward 2003 to 2008. It says, what would become the first commercially successful electronic cigarette is created in Beijing, China. So all you people that are doubting the Chinese say, oh, all these cheap stuff, what you have for the modern vapes right now comes from China.
So what else is new?
All of them.
What else is new?
It says it came from a 52-year-old pharmacist, inventor, and smoker. He reportedly created a device after his father, also a heavy smoker, dies of lung cancer. It is not clear to the extent something diversion of technology and what extent was drawn upon the prior art. He failed to cite much prior art to his patent applications. The company that this guy worked for, Golden Dragon Holdings, developed the device and changed its name to Ruyan, which means like smoke. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, fast forward April 2006, electronic cigarettes introduced in Europe. 2006 to 2007, electronic cigarettes introduced to the U.S. That was the first. The first cigarettes actually brought to vape shops, things like that. March 2008, Turkey's health ministry suspends the sale of e-cigarettes. Health ministry, drugs, pharmacy directors claims electronic cigarettes are just harmful as regular cigarettes. The vice president of the foundation combating smoking in Turkey, Kayas, and all these other countries, is the most dangerous element among 4,800 poisonous chemicals in cigarettes. Currently, e-cigarettes cannot be sold in stores in Turkey, although they can be purchased online. September 2008, the World Health Organization, the WHO, proclaims that it does not consider the e-cigarette to be a legitimate smoking cessation aid and demands the marketeers immediately remove it from the markets. So this has been going on for a while, people. This isn't anything new. He suggests that the WHO considers electronic cigarettes safe and effective. It says, and demands that the marketeers immediately remove the materials. Suggests that the WHO considers electronic cigarettes safe and effective. See WHO, September, whatever, 2008. Okay, October 2008, in a study funded by the Ruyan Health New Zealand conducts and concludes that carcinogens and toxins are presently only harmful, toxins are presently below harmful, good God, on the basis of finding the e-cigarette, and is rated several orders of magnitude 100 to 100,000 times less dangerous than smoking cigarettes. The nicotine dose is comparable to the medicinal nicotine inhaler. Overall product tested was determined safe to alternative smoking. 2009, Australia bans the possession and sale of all electronic cigarettes which contain nicotine, citing that every form of nicotine except for replacement therapies and cigarettes are classified as a form of poison. So, in the whole country of Australia or continent, you cannot have nicotine in any form except for medicinally.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the JMOH, the Jordan's Ministry of Health, bans the import of electronic cigarettes, citing World Health Organization health concerns. So, this has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
March 2009, FDA adds electronic cigarettes to Import Alert 66-41 and directs the U.S. Custom and Border Protection to reject the entry of electronic cigarettes into the United States on the basis of them being unapproved drug delivery devices.
Okay.
Also in 2009, Canada bans the sale and advertising of import electronic cigarettes. Health Canada advises Canadians not to purchase or use them, claiming to contain known irritant to the lungs. Hong Kong, now this is in Hong Kong. Hong Kong Department of Health bans electronic cigarettes. Now this is the place they made them.
Yeah.
They've banned them. The maximum penalty for possessing or selling e-cigarettes in Hong Kong is a $100,000 fine and 2 years imprisonment.
Holy crap.
Smoke-free tobacco is prohibited in Hong Kong. The ban on e-cigarettes continues to leave high-risk cigarettes as the only legal tobacco product available. Okay, also 2009, FDA notifies electronic cigarette companies Smoking Everywhere that its shipment had been refused entry into the U.S. The FDA maintains that electronic cigarettes appears to be the combination drug device product that require pre-approval and listing in the FDA. Okay, so then we're going to fast forward here, keep going. All this stuff keeps happening. All these people ban them.
Well, yeah, I mean, importing it, yeah, not a good idea. You don't know what you're getting. Absolutely.
Okay, now 2009, this is a big thing that happened. In June of 2009 was a big year for smoking and cigarettes and everything else. President Obama signs into law the Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act, giving the FDA power to regulate the tobacco industry. Although nicotine in cigarettes as a whole cannot be banned outright, flavoring such as fruit or mint can. Additionally, new tobacco products seeking to enter the market will be required to meet FDA pre-market standards, which could affect electronic cigarette regulation. Okay. Hold on. FDA files a supplemental brief. This is July of 2009. In the Smoking Everywhere lawsuit referring to the Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act, the FDA contends that it still has authority over electronic cigarettes, and FDA stands behind the decision to label it as a drug-device combination. FDA found after examination of the product, the claims made into the product labeling and information SE submitted to the FDA and SE's product met the definition of both drug and device under the FDCA. So basically 2 months after testing this, suddenly we have the e-cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so fast forward, we're going. Like I said, 2009 was like a huge year for this, because this is where basically at the beginning of the year they were like, no, we're not doing this. We're not going to have this. It's not going to be in our country. By the end of 2009, all these states sued and all this other stuff happened, and now we have e-cigarettes. Okay. On January 14th, 2010, there was a judge who grants the injunction sought by Smoking Everywhere from prohibiting the FDA from seizing e-cigarettes as a drug-device combination. So in the beginning of 2010, this is when the e-cigarettes became on the market, and so now they're basically everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was later on, that they started, like these lung issues this is not the first time.
No.
This has happened before. It's just it wasn't making news and people weren't paying attention or whatever. I don't know.
I don't think they were letting people know as much as they are now.
Well, what happened was about 2 months ago, this parent organization, I forgot what they were called, but they waged this war on e-cigarettes. Yeah. Our children are becoming addicted to nicotine. It's too much. People are all of a sudden, now we're focusing on the sick people. Do you know what I mean? But if you guys go to the site, there's a whole much more to this, but I'm not going to bore you with all the details of every single court trial and everything like that. But I'm just basically saying that these e-cigarettes did not really get on the market like they are, like everywhere, until about 2010, 2011.
Right.
So there really is no long-term research.
No, there's
on
not.
what these can do to you.
Right.
But now let me tell you what a few doctors say. A few doctors have said that, yes, you are think about this one. You are inhaling liquid into your lungs. And the smallest form, of course, is vapor.
Right.
But you think about this. Okay, now, I'm trying to think. This guy was from the Harvard Medical. This is what he says.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
If you use these e-cigarettes the way they were intended to be used, more than likely you will be fine. You know, of course, he's not going to put an A stamp of approval on it because he gets sued.
Right.
But this is the problem, and I agree with him on this. You have these people that are making these cartridges bigger.
Yes.
And the machine's bigger and everything else. So pretty soon, like, these kids, and you've seen them, we've all seen them, they're taking these gigantic hits of this vapor. And I mean, they're talking, as they inhale it and they're talking, it's like the smoke coming out, and all of a sudden they're like, and it looks like they're
in a cloud
inside of a freaking fog machine.
Yeah, exactly.
So you think about this. This is what's going into their lungs. Massive amounts of vapor. Massive amounts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, you know, like that doctor said, it's like sometimes it's user's error.
Exactly.
And do you remember years ago there was a weight loss deal? I don't know if you remember these, but it's like you took those 2 pills and they expanded in your stomach.
Yeah.
They would make your stomach half full, so when you ate, you were full.
Right.
Well, it was a wonderful product. A lot of people lost weight, but it went off the market. You know why? User error. Exactly. Morons, instead of taking 2, we're taking, hey, if that works for that, I'm going to take 4 and 5 so I don't have to eat anything.
There you go.
Their stomachs were exploding.
Common sense. It's common sense.
You know, so this wonderful product got taken off the market because these morons.
Yeah.
And a lot of this that's going on now, that's part of it. That's a small part of it, but it is a part of it because you are using 10 times the amount that you were ever supposed to be
Well, not
using.
only that, but instead of getting the proper refills that you're supposed to get, they're mixing their own. Okay, some are putting vegetable oil in. Some are using THC. Okay. Vegetable oil, what is that going to do? Think about this. What is that going to do to your lungs?
Oil and water do not mix.
Oil coats your lungs. Guess what? Yeah. Clogs everything up. You cannot breathe. I don't.
Well, that's what's going on with the THC oils.
Yes, the
that's
oils.
Why a lot of these cases that are out right now is related to the THC cartridges, and even ones that are on the market legally.
Right.
Because it's an oil.
An oil. You can't do that. That's crazy. That's, again, common sense. But instead of getting the proper ones, they're mixing their own. They're mixing their own stuff, which is you're not supposed to be doing that. I mean,
and that's one of the biggest problems right now is people got these bright ideas because they went on Google. You know, how do I make my own vape juice?
Yeah.
So they're doing that. They're like, oh well, I don't have that one, so maybe I can use this instead.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll use vegetable oil instead of this.
Yeah. Ugh.
I'll use vitamin E oil instead of this.
Yeah. No, oil. No oil. No shape, form, or anything. That is crazy. But coming back to, you're talking about e-cigarettes, basically vapor, water vapor, right?
Yeah.
Or nicotine vape. Okay, that's not new. Hookahs were water pipes.
Yeah.
That we had one. My dad had one. They didn't. Not that I didn't use it that I know of, but it stood about 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
It sat in our living room.
This is something that has been going on for a very
hookahs.
long.
I remember they had hookah cafes, and that was the thing.
Just because it hasn't happened in the U.S. doesn't mean it hasn't happened in some form or way in other places. But again, you don't see people on their freaking hookah pipes 24/7. They don't carry them around. They don't put everything in a cloud.
Right. Right. Again, it's misuse.
Exactly.
And those hookahs, they had flavors. They had apple, mint, cherry, coconut, and licorice, watermelon. They had flavors. This is not anything new, people.
Now, this is something that just came out here recently. President Trump, his wife decided that she was going to do this big thing about, we're not, we want to ban, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, he has now said that he's going to ban, or he wants to ban the flavored cigarettes. He wants to He says we have a problem in our country. It's a new problem. It's a problem nobody really thought about too much a few years ago, and it's called vaping.
Mm-hmm.
There have been deaths, and there have been a lot of other problems. That's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And his intention right now is to get rid of the flavors and all. And he thinks that's going to stop the problem. It's not.
No. It's not.
All you're doing by banning these things is just inviting people to come up with new and inventive ways to make it on the underground.
Yes, not a good thing. And you're going to get more of what's going on now is that they're mixing their own.
Exactly.
That's not going to stop anything. The flavors aren't related. The flavoring is not related. It's what they're putting in with it. The THC, the oil, whatever. It's crazy.
I mean, like I said, the e-cigarettes have not been on the market long enough for anybody to have any kind of research or long-term effects on the lungs.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, to me, it's just common sense. I mean, of course, I would rather see somebody not smoking, not vaping, not doing anything.
Right.
But the facts are, to me, scientists have already said that if you're going to do something, they would rather see you do vaping because cigarettes have all these toxins in them.
Right.
But you have to do it responsibly.
Yes.
As we all know, like, have you been out in the fog?
Yeah.
You stand out in the fog, you breathe in that air for so long, what happens? Your lungs starts hurting, you start coughing, because you're breathing in water.
Yes, absolutely.
So e-cigarettes are meant to be treated as cigarettes. If you need something, every hour or so, go outside, take a couple hits, you're supposed to be good. You're not supposed to stand there all day, every day.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Like somebody's going to call the fire department because they see all this smoke, okay?
Exactly.
Good Lord. I mean, it's these few that really, use your head. I don't understand. And then all of a sudden, everything's blown up out of proportion.
That's what happens. Is like you hear about these deaths and all this stuff, but what people don't realize is, like we were discussing earlier, the CDC has stated that there were 450 cases, but they dropped that to 380.
Right. Across, 36 states, I think, across like 36 states. So.
Yeah, 36 states, and there's been 6 deaths.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen to this, though. They said 380 confirmed and probable.
Yeah.
So they don't even have them confirmed. So of that 380, they're just saying, it's probably because of the e-cigarette. But we don't know.
Right. And they're not telling us whether these 6 deaths already had issues or not. Yeah. Too. We don't know.
And that's what I'm saying. What is the medical history of these people?
Right, exactly. We don't know.
Are they prone to things? I mean, and how were they using these e-cigarettes?
Mm-hmm.
This is something. It's like saying, okay, some guy over here on such and such street died from liver disease because he pounded down a freaking bottle of Jack every day for freaking 20 years. Yeah. Okay. So are we going to ban alcohol because this one idiot did this?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so but they never attack. Have you noticed that? They never attack the alcohol industry.
Oh, of course not. It's too much fun. But do you know what I'm saying, though? Mm-hmm. It's like you're not gonna tell this guy over here who takes maybe a shot of Jack every 2 or 3 days just to relax after work that he can't have it because this moron over here doesn't know enough not to drink the whole bottle every day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, and to me, this is what this is boiling down to. This is just my personal opinion, just from what I've seen, the research I've done. 9 out of 10 of these cases are probably user error.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
They are more than likely people who bought underground stuff, people that use the THC oil because, you know what I'm saying? Things like that they put in stuff that shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, stuff exactly.
Like that. People who vape too much, they're like I said, all day, every day.
Yep, yeah.
Because they're just ridiculous. So you have that, and there probably is 1% of the cases where somebody had some kind of weird adverse reaction.
Yeah, it could well be.
To vaping that they didn't know about.
And what they're saying is don't buy products off the street, and don't modify the products or add anything that are not
Exactly.
intended for this.
Exactly.
I mean, to me, that's just a common sense. I don't understand.
Exactly. That is to me too. It's like 100% common sense. And the CDC has already said that most of these cases have been products related to the THC.
THC oil, yes.
Okay, now I want to get into some stuff where we have the conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, here we go.
We have to talk about them because they're out there.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
And some of them kind of do make you think, but I mean, I don't think that's what's going on.
No.
But some of them do make you think. Now, during Prohibition, remember?
Yes,
you probably
yes.
don't. I mean, we don't.
I don't. No, we don't. But we
remember it. But
yeah.
During the Prohibition, they had banned alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, everybody wanted it legalized, and they wanted it legalized on a federal level.
Right.
And the government was trying to figure out a way to regulate it, make money off it, and stuff like that. And what happened was it was really quite a coincidence. All these people, like towards the end of Prohibition, all these people started dying because alcohol, poisoning and whatnot.
Alcohol poisoning, yeah.
Okay, but then shortly after all these deaths happened, the government swooped in and said, "Okay, we have a solution for this. We're going to legalize it, but we're going to only put this much alcohol in it. We're going to regulate it, and they can decide how much alcohol they want in it as long as they don't go over whatever amount."
Right.
So that's what happened. Well, then, okay, here comes the government. They now regulate alcohol. They own alcohol. They get tax money off it. So what people are claiming now is they think, of course, I don't think this, but they think the government planted this stuff to make people sick so they could swoop in and legalize marijuana in the United States federally so they can start making money off it and take the THC vapes off the market because they are losing money because they're stronger, they're more concentrated,
Yep.
So, and a lot of they're losing their money from the shops, tax money, because of the vapes.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and they're thinking the big tobacco companies.
That's the conspiracy. That's not our thoughts. That's just what the conspiracy.
And also that big tobacco companies are doing this because it's endangering their business. And they're saying that, and this is a line of thinking which is accepted in many vaping circles and entertained at least in most of them, pivots on the claim that the FDA's regulatory requirements pose an insurmountable financial burden to most of the vapor companies.
Yes.
So, and they're saying that part is true. So, I don't know.
Exactly. So, you don't know. And then there's the other theory. This, of course, is coming from the extremes, that are saying this is a terrorist act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That terrorists are planning this stuff on the street to start killing people. Sure, it's possible. Absolutely,
anything's possible. How probable is it, though?
I mean, it's been a known fact in the past that there has been terrorist acts where they have, put stuff in the street drugs.
Yeah.
So, it's possible. I'm not saying it is, but I just don't see.
I don't think the numbers are high enough for that.
Yeah.
Doesn't support that, is what I'm saying.
Now, a lot of people who know me know something that happened recently to my family. My brother, who had just recently started vaping, now he never bought anything on the street. He bought everything from a store, did everything right. Well, he one day was in his garage and started coughing. Got to the point he couldn't breathe. They brought him to the hospital, and he went from, in one day, feeling fine to just having a cough to coughing up, having blood coming out of his mouth and nose, and getting put on life support.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, and this is, in one day this happened. It wasn't something that happened in a progress.
Right.
It just onset like that. His lungs filled up, and he was on life support.
Wow.
Was it the vape? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. He wasn't an avid baker where it's like constant every day, all day.
Right.
He used to be a smoker. I mean, and this is a guy who had, probably wasn't in the greatest of health to begin with. I mean, he's fine now, thank God.
Yeah.
He made it through, but barely. But he went from that to going into septic shock in one day.
Wow.
So this is how fast this lung thing is going. And this is the many cases of these people that they're saying that it's related to the vapes, but they don't know. But it's the same thing. And what if this is another conspiracy? What if this is just some random illness? Yeah. What if it has nothing to do with the vapes?
Yeah, this is true. What
if this is some viral thing that's going around? What if it?
Yeah, it's that.
What if it's some new funky disease out there that we don't know about?
Mutates. Yeah. The flu mutates. Why not?
So
because there's been a flu outbreak again.
Witch hunt on every vape shop in America.
Yeah, no.
And these parents groups with their signs. I mean, me personally, I think people need to start doing more research.
Yeah.
Need to start really looking at. I mean, because this product's been out since, like I said, what we'd say, 2009, 2010 is when it really got on the market. Whoosh,
Right.
And it's so for 9 years now. It's been on the market, and it's been, basically quiet. But now the CDC saying, now wait a minute, it hasn't been quiet. We just didn't relate these illnesses to the vape. But how can you relate it to them now?
Yeah. Okay. Now you're going to go back and say that? You can't. Yeah, it makes you wonder if the government isn't involved. I'll tell you, the way things go sometimes.
It seems like a witch hunt to me. It almost like it just, all of a sudden, one day, it's like this parents group came out, our kids are becoming addicted to nicotine worse than they ever were with cigarettes.
You know why? Oh. Well, personally, this is my personal, you guys, you advocates out there or whoever, you have nothing else to do. Get a job. Okay? Thanks.
Exactly. Now let's discuss the negative side.
Sorry, but that's my opinion. Obviously, you have nothing else to do. Go out and get a hobby, will you? Anyway.
Exactly.
But they're also saying that the larger corporates players stand to potentially benefit from FDA's regulation. But are they poisoning the well? Maybe. Because this is fact. This part is fact. R.J. Reynolds, Altria, and Lord, I didn't pronounce that correctly, in 2014, mind you, all submitted comments to the FDA suggesting the agency should ban these open system mods that the big tobacco cigarettes compete with. And they're saying this is just the tip of an iceberg here. Excuse me, gosh. And that these tobacco corporations, of course, have a bad track record of outright lying to everybody, obviously.
Well, yeah, these are the people that claimed that, when people were clamping down on the cigarettes, all of a sudden they came out with the patches. Yep.
Yeah, that was it's a miracle we now have patches.
Now we're going to sell you patches so you can quit.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Not. They're saying that some of the big drug companies are involved.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, because of the endangered nicotine replacement therapy and medical treatment revenue, the money. So
always money.
Yeah, it's what it comes down to. A lot of it, these conspiracies. There's some of them that are out there, which is true, but some of them, it does make you wonder. It does make you wonder. The big banks and big corporations, never know.
Yep.
Do they have it right? Maybe. I don't know. You'd think by now they would have some kind of idea. Now, they do to the point of the THC oil. And people mixing their own stuff. I think that's a big part of it.
Oil and water. Hello.
Yeah, hello. I know. We know this.
Hello.
But as you said, we're talking about the generation that ate Tide Pods. So, enough said.
Very true. But like I said, it's not just that. Now, this is something from the Harvard Institute here, the Harvard Education Health. This is supposed to be the really smart people.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, this is they call this article the good news, bad news. Okay, first, let's talk about the good news about vaping.
Okay. Yeah.
Electronic cigarettes less deadly than regular cigarettes. Well, yeah. It says first the good news. Electronic cigarettes are almost certainly less lethal than the conventional cigarettes. Cigarette smoking is uniquely dangerous addiction. In fact, cigarettes might be the only consumer products that kills when used as directed.
Okay.
Cigarettes are the number one cause of preventable death in the United States, killing 480,000 people per year.
Yeah.
That's more deaths than HIV, heroin, methamphetamine, cocaine, alcohol, motor vehicle accidents, and firearms combined.
Right.
Smoking increases the risk of stroke, heart attack, COPD, asthma, diabetes, and most cancers. The free radicals in cigarette smoke physically age the human body. On average, smoking reduces your lifespan by at least 10 years. Tobacco could not possibly be approved for sale in the United States today if it was a new product coming into market. It says the burning cigarette gives off a noxious gas such as carbon monoxide and hydrogen cyanide. Cigarette smoke also contains an ultrafine suspension of gummy residue known as tar.
Mm-hmm.
The carcinogens in cigarettes smoke are found in the tar. The major benefits of e-cigarettes compared to regular cigarettes is that they do not produce the tar or the toxic gases found in the cigarette smoke. An electronic cigarette contains a cartridge of fluid popularly known as e-liquid.
Mm-hmm.
E-liquid is made up of nicotine and flavorings, dissolves in, I can't even pronounce this, propylene, glycol, and glycerol. The e-liquid is superheated by a battery-powered vaporizer, converting it into a mist which is inhaled or vaped. Studies about e-cigarettes and smoking behavior show conflicting results. Electronically cigarettes were mildly helpful in kicking the habit in one clinical trial. In other studies, e-cigarette did not increase the quit rates or was even associated with the higher risk of continuing to smoke. One review concluded that the real-world use of e-cigarettes is associated with lower quit rates. Now, this is like worldwide. Okay, now we're going to get into the downside of cigarettes. The bad news. Nicotine in e-cigarettes may have several negative health effects. Chronic nicotine exposure may lead to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, although this risk may be offset by the well-known appetite suppressant effects of the nicotine. So that was kind of contradictory there.
Yeah.
It could cause diabetes, but it may not because you may not eat as much.
Yeah. It could go either way.
I didn't mean to interrupt that, but that was just contradictory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inhaled nicotine increases heart rate and blood pressure. Nicotine is highly addictive in its own right, and it may lead to changes in the brain that increase the risk of addiction to other drugs, especially in young people. Nicotine may also impair brain development in adolescents, leading to attention deficit disorder and poor impulse control. These potential harms of nicotine are particularly worrisome in view of soaring rates of e-cigarette use in U.S. teenagers. The nicotine in e-liquid may also be a household hazard. Many e-liquids have candy and fruit flavoring and package that make them attractive to children. Cases of nicotine poisoning from e-liquid have skyrocketed, with accidental ingestions of e-liquid by kids rising by more than 1,000%. 1,000. Okay. Flavored e-cigarettes may pose another health threat that often contain a chemical compound called, I can't pronounce this, DICETYL, which is associated with a rare lung disease called bronchial obliterators, that cause permanent damage to the bronchides in your chest, which is like full lung.
Right.
Like gone.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Go back a minute. Now, what did that say? The kids are drinking the liquid out of the bottle?
Yeah, because they think it's candy.
Why are they even able to reach it?
And there again, we have user error.
Yes. Wait, I was like, wait a
That's what I'm
minute.
saying about this article. So far, everything except for this lung thing has been user error.
Yes.
So, and for the first paragraph was total bullshit, sorry.
Yeah.
But it was.
It was.
You know, saying, it can cause type 2 diabetes. But however, nicotine also suppresses your appetite, so that may not be a problem.
Yeah.
So why even mention it?
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. Now the kids are drinking it. Why are they getting it? They should be able to reach it, number one.
So it's saying it's a household because it's saying that children are getting this drinking it. Well, let's see. Children also have a tendency of drinking bleach, but you usually keep it locked up.
Yeah.
So if your kid's drinking your freaking e-cig, that's on you. It's not on the e-cig company.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay. Now, the major components of e-cigarettes, which is the propylene glycol and the glycerol, right. The major components of e-cigarettes are not thought to be dangerous on their own. However, they may decompose when heated by the vaporizers and may be transported into toxic compounds such as formaldehyde.
Oh, great.
This is more common with newer vaporizers that use high wattages, which is what we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Where you've got these gigantic tanks, these high wattages that are putting out these, they're completely filling up your lungs, plus these gigantic clouds of just shit.
Yeah.
Again, user error.
Yeah.
So, what do you need to know about electronic cigarettes? Now, this is again from the Harvard people. For people who are currently addicted to cigarettes, e-cigarettes provide a less dangerous nicotine source without exposure to tar or most of the poisonous gases in cigarette smokes. However, it is unclear whether e-cigarettes actually help significant numbers of people to quit smoking. Again, a contradictory paragraph there.
Oh, make up my mind. Yeah.
It's less, blah 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 blah, but it's it may not help you quit. It's like what is wrong with you people? Yeah. Okay, people who do not already smoke should avoid electronic cigarettes. Which is, duh. Okay?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go to that. Yeah, I don't think they will.
I will go on the record in saying this. It's true. If you don't start smoking e-cigarettes, you're just stupid.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
E-liquids contain nicotine, which increases the risk of high blood pressure and diabetes. Well, maybe.
Here we go,
as well as flavoring agents that may cause chronic lung disease called bronchial obliterans, which means it basically just takes out your lungs. High wattage vaporizers may also generate significant amounts of formaldehyde and other toxins. Well, you're making these super freaking vapes, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cigarette use is soaring in young people. This is a particular concern as exposure of the developing brain to nicotine may impair brain development and predispose teenager to addiction to the drugs, which could explain the Tide Pods. But
I was going to say, I could see that because if they're doing this massive vaping, I think it's already occurred. But okay.
Yeah, so this is, but the thing about this article, it was just a bunch of medical mumbo-jumbo
that contradicted itself the whole way through.
It contradicted itself constantly, like most medical people do, because they don't want to say anything definitive.
Yeah, they don't want to get sued. Yeah.
The only thing they said definitively, which is something that they know, is about the actual cigarettes. Okay. Let's put it. Cigarettes are bad for you people.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know that. You're not stupid. Everybody knows this. Cigarettes are horrible. They suck. They're probably more than likely going to give you some kind of cancer. You're going to die early. It's going to age you. That's the facts. We know this.
Yeah.
Okay? People who smoke cigarettes know this. You smoke, do you not?
Yes.
You smoke. You know it's bad for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know it's probably going to end up killing you someday.
Yeah.
Of course you know that.
Of course I know.
Yeah.
I planned ahead, but okay. No, I'm just kidding.
So let's put this on the line. E-cigarettes are probably less harmful than cigarettes.
Okay. I will. Now, I went
are not healthy.
Okay. I went to vaping. I did go. I haven't had any issues, and yes, I have almost quit smoking because of it.
Oh, see, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But the thing is, do you buy your vape from a vape shop?
Yes. I don't make my own.
So So you don't buy it from Joe Schmo?
No, hell no. Are you kidding?
I can save you $4 if you buy it.
No. And they're not that expensive, honestly. And they last
They're
forever.
not.
They're like
not.
$6.99 for a bottle. And that
if you
lasts
go to
you.
a vape shop and you just get like the normal stem, which is like the normal stem.
Right.
You're talking less than $20. You go and you get the vape juice. You can like $6-7 get a nice little bottle.
Yes, and it lasts.
And a nice pleasant flavor that's not gonna,
Right, and I'll tell you what, it smells so much better. You don't get that residue like you do from cigarettes.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had no issues, honestly.
Yeah. So basically, what it boils down here is if you guys use vaping the way it's intended, with the small little stem, with the vape juice that you get from the store, not these high-powered freaking monster vapes that look like a giant dildo.
Yeah.
Sorry, but they do.
They do. Oh my God.
They do.
Oh my God. I'm never going to look at one the same. I'm going to see somebody doing that, and that's going to come to my mind. And then I'm going to bust up laughing, and they're going to think I'm totally insane.
But they do, those giant ones. That's what they look like, and it's so stupid. Why are you even using those? They're so dumb.
I don't know. I don't know why. I have no clue, but that's absolutely true. They do. Oh my God, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They do.
I do have one thing to say that from the CDC. Again, I'm not going to, that's going to be totally bizarre when I see that.
I know.
In the CDC investigations have narrowed it to focusing on the contaminants in counterfeit, black market, and home mixed vape liquids, particularly the ones containing the THC. Most of the people sickened reported using vape liquids containing THC. So, they're still investigating it, but so far, these people have said, this is what I did, okay? So, they're saying that most of the people sickened reported using vape liquids containing THC, quote unquote. So,
quoting, just for my big fat Greek wedding. So there you go.
There you go.
There you go. The truth came out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, I think it's just, I think that's a lot of it, unfortunately. I think it's going to come down to that because they keep finding out. And now, not all of them, mind you, are linked to this. But again, we don't know the whole story. We don't know their medical history.
Right. We don't know the history of these people. We don't know what other things are going on. We don't know that they didn't have some kind of pneumonia to begin.
Right.
So many things.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like, are e-cigarettes good for you? No.
No.
Absolutely not. They're absolutely not good for you. Are they better than cigarettes? Scientific proof says yes.
Yes.
Very much so. If you use them properly.
Yeah, there's the key word.
If you use them as intended to begin with, more than likely going to be okay.
Yep.
Nicotine sucks. It's going to affect your heart, your blood pressure, whatever. Like they said, of course, duh, like any drug would.
Yeah.
But if you don't abuse it, your body cells can actually regenerate and be okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you smoke these things all day, every 2 seconds.
Yeah, like you're in, the fog. Yeah.
Exactly. You more than likely, you're probably going to get sick, and there's a good chance you may die.
Yeah, very true.
It's the same with anything else. Alcohol, take a shot or so every, once or twice a week to calm down from work. You're probably going to be okay. Your liver can probably take it as long as you're not taking Tylenol with it and you're not doing anything else. I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying the chances are more than likely you'll probably be okay. Now, if you drink a freaking bottle every day of your life, you're probably going to die from liver disease.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. So take
common sense.
Yes, again, lots of common sense. I don't know. I think they're kind of blowing this Of course, now they're focusing on certain things, which is great, but let's not, put everything into one pot here, like they tend to do. Be aware that, of course, the news puts a spin on things, too. So.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Kind of like I can remember, years ago, they were saying, peanut butter causes cancer,
oh, yeah,
right?
Here we go, yeah.
But then what they neglected to tell you was the study showed you would have to eat 3 jars of peanut butter a year for every day for a year.
That's like, okay, coffee is bad for you. Oh, you're going to die. Well, you have to drink like 80 cups a day for the rest of your life. No, that's not going to happen.
Let's just be that stupid, you know?
I don't have enough time to drink 80 cups of coffee. There's not enough time to do that, honestly, to begin with. And what they do with the lab rats, of course, they, increase that. There's no filter there. They give them pure caffeine. Duh.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, they don't tell you these things. Well, the rats die from the caffeine in the coffee. No, you gave them pure caffeine. That's what you did.
Yeah, you gave them nothing but coffee for 4 weeks straight. Yeah. They starved.
They just gave the caffeine out of it. They didn't even put coffee in it, for crying out loud. I mean, but
like I said, they gave nothing but coffee for 4 weeks, and they starved to death. But they didn't. They kind of left that part out.
They were bouncing off the walls due to injury. Yeah.
This is what they do. This is exactly what they do.
They don't tell you the whole story.
People don't understand. This is the kind of stuff that they do.
Let me tell you something. The government has issued grants to study the sex life of frogs. So there you go. Who cares?
Exactly.
Who the hell cares? But they gave grants for that.
Well, they give grants for anything if ants can pass gas. I remember the show, it was years ago. I don't remember if it was like the 2020 talking about government waste or whatever. And they literally paid this guy $100,000 a year to test the flow rate of ketchup.
Yeah.
So this goes to show you, if you give people money to study anything, they're going to find a fault in it eventually. They're going to keep going till they find a fault in it.
You got that right. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Are we telling you to vape? No.
No.
I'm telling you not to do anything. Don't smoke, don't vape, don't drink.
But if
Keep
you
healthy, stay healthy, eat right, exercise. But you know what? Sometimes life just sucks and stuff happens.
Yeah.
So,
unfortunately, when we were kids, smoking was cool. We didn't know all that. They were lying to us all these years.
Use your common sense no matter what you do, whether it's drinking, vaping, smoking.
Yep.
It's common sense.
Yep.
Do your research. Find out what's in there. Stay with the vape shops. Do not go.
No.
Oh, I could save you $3 on that liquid.
No.
Here in my kitchen.
Yeah. You may die, but it's okay.
It's all right, brother. We got you.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works.
No. Or maybe, I don't know. I could feel that dildo bowl of yours there. No problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. Thanks anyway. I got plenty. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. Don't mix your own either. Please.
Oh my God.
Not oil. Oil coats your lungs, which clogs it up. Which leads to...
Clogs it up, and also, well, now picture this, picture this. You've been vaping. Mm-hmm. So your lungs absorb that water, and they do, and eventually your lungs will squeeze it out. It's the truth. But, picture this now. You've got this little vapor of water on your linings of your lungs, and all of a sudden you put the oil in there, and it coats it. Now you've got this liquid stuck in your lungs. It's clogged up your lungs. You can't squeeze the oil out. You can't squeeze the water out. Guess what's going to happen to you? Your lungs are going to fill up, and you're probably going to die.
Yep. Absolutely. And I think that is part of the problem.
I mean, I'm not a medical expert or anything.
No, but I think...
just a little bit of wit here, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
We'll just throw that out there, yeah. Duh. Just a thought. But anyway, duh. I mean, these people think that the oil, you could use any oil. No.
Yeah, oil and water do not mix. No matter how how hard you try.
No.
They don't mesh. They're not going to become the same kind of vapor. It's not going to work like that.
And that THC is an oil on top of it, so there's compounding the problem. Not only is it THC, but it's an oil.
If you really need your THC, go get some edibles, man. If you don't want to smoke it, get some edibles. There's 10 million ways out there to get some THC.
Yeah, not this way. No, absolutely not. It's crazy, crazy people. I just don't get it.
I know, but yeah, it's what cracks me up is they were talking about, I don't know what country it was. It was one of those countries, and they were saying, okay, well, you can't have an e-cigarette in this country. It's illegal. I think it was Hong Kong or something, somewhere, China or something, somewhere like that. And they were saying, you can't have an e-cigarette in this country. It's not allowed, but they can smoke.
Yeah.
Smoking kills 480,000 people a year. That's what's linked to that anyways. We're not saying the smoking itself is doing it, but that's what the CDC is saying.
Yeah.
So, okay, so all these 6 people have died.
Yeah. I'm just like, wait a minute. Yeah, numbers don't add up here.
I don't remember which. I think it was Hong Kong. I read that said that.
Yeah, okay.
It was one of them. It just cracked me up. But then you got Australia, where like y'all ain't doing nicotine. Yeah, we've got these dinosaur-sized animals here, that'll kill you. And these freaking Volkswagen-sized spiders. Yeah. But you can't have nicotine, mate.
Yeah. Ruse that'll beat the living crap out of you, but okay. Okay, yes, alrighty.
Every video I've ever watched in Australia, it's like watching Land of the Lost.
I know, no kidding, right? It's like, I used to want to go there. No, I don't.
Yeah. And it just shocked me that it's like they don't allow nicotine. It's like, what?
We'll let the big snake out there eat you.
They calm their nerves with all them freaking that wildlife over there.
We'll let the prehistoric snake that'll eat you whole get you instead. That's okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like you said,
that just surprised me. That really did. That surprised me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. Did you make sense? No. And like you said, the Volkswagen-sized spiders. Yeah. No, thank you. Crazy stuff. I love that. Yeah. We'll just let the animals kill you. It's okay.
That made no sense.
Yeah, I used to want to go there. Not anymore. I'm sorry. I'm done with that.
I thought about that too. You just Crocodile Dundee and think, I'm going to check stuff out. No.
That's crazy, crazy, crazy. Now, it's what's kind of weird about this too is that CDC, they got this emergency thing going on so they can monitor it, see what's going on and stuff. But you get the flu, you get 280 people that die from that, but it's just a mutant flu. Why don't excuse me, but you're making a big deal out of this. I get it to a point, but enough. Why don't you wait till you get some info before you tell people?
And I'm sorry, no offense to the president, but dude, you got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
I mean,
honestly, CDC, watch out for these. Don't do this. Don't do. Okay, don't buy your shit off the street. Don't make your own. It's real simple. Okay, if you're already sick. Maybe wait till you're done being sick, okay? Just a thought.
And don't buy the gigantic...
Yeah, don't buy...
Don't buy that dildo.
No. Yeah. Yeah, they have this EOC, Emergency Operations Centers for Vaping now. Are you kidding me? You didn't, we have measles coming back. We have childhood illnesses coming back because these people aren't vaccinating the anti-vaxxers. I think
that's worried about these things.
Yeah, and they're worried about these. Seriously, let's get some more info before you start blaming things. Okay.
Oh my what cracks me up is, okay, it's horrible. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I'm not
it is.
downplaying
No,
the
we're
fact
not
that these people
downplaying
died.
this. No, yes.
But, okay, this is my issue. It's like, okay, they're saying 6 people died,
Yes.
and I feel bad for those 6 people. I do, and I feel bad for the families of the other ones who got sick and everything. But it's like we have 400, now it said it itself, 480,000 people die per year because of cigarettes.
Yeah.
But yet you can still buy them on any convenience store shelf.
Yeah.
But we're going to ban the flavored cigarette, the e-cig that makes there's got to be some kind of government money involved here. There's got to be some kind of spin that benefits the government for them to be making this big of an issue out of it.
Sure. They want control of it. They want control. That's what it is. They don't have control, and they want control of it. Yeah. It's all about the control.
Well, the FDA, is supposed to control it, but, I think what it is they're trying to regulate it on the government level.
Yes, of course, like everything else. Like they don't have anything else to do.
So.
As usual.
Right now we have independent vape shops, and I think that goes right up their butts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, they license them and everything, so they're deemed safe. So you tell me. I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's not a good thing.
I can't get over. I mean, there's got to be something else involved. There's got to be an element that we're not privy to because there's a missing piece here somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, I'm not downplaying people's deaths. Of course, it's horrible. People are dying, but there's over almost 500,000 people are dying every year from smoking.
What about asbestos? There's still asbestos in places. Are you kidding?
Asbestos.
So
there's people that are dying from being obese because they have diseases where they can't stop eating.
Yes.
Or whatever. And I mean, it's true. It's an actual disease. So why are we not opening up clinics for this?
Yes.
Free clinics, not places you got to go pay for.
Exactly.
So, like I said, there's got to be an element here that we're not privy to.
I totally agree.
There's something in there that's missing that the rest of the world is not privy to, that only our government knows about.
Yeah.
Because some bullshit they're trying to pass on us.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I totally agree because it makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. So, I don't know. All of a sudden, whoosh, this comes about. Like I said, what about the, measles breakout? What about the chicken pox? Children are dying from chicken pox, for crying out loud. And that should not be. No, it should not be. But, but this is the thing that I don't get, okay? Yeah.
Okay, this is another whole, how we said things are like, contradictory. This is contradictory to me. Okay. Person A does not vaccinate their child. Because
they don't believe in it.
They don't believe in vaccines. Okay. Person B vaccinated their child, but they're freaking out because person A didn't vaccinate their child because they're afraid their child's going to get the measles.
Right.
Well, if you freaking vaccinated, what are you worried about?
Yeah, you shouldn't be. You won't.
Exactly. Yeah. So what's the big deal here? This is what I don't understand.
Because these people
if you choose to vaccinate, then your child should be protected. Should they not be?
Yes.
Do you not trust the vaccinations?
Yeah.
So what are you worried about if this person over here doesn't vaccinate their kid? Who gives a crap?
Exactly.
It's their kid. You know what I mean? I mean, it sucks. Their kids get the measles and die, but I had measles when I was a kid. I'm still here.
Me both. Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, sure. I'm sure people got really sick and died or had problems, complications, but there's probably millions of people who didn't.
Yep.
So I'm not saying to vaccinate, not vaccinate. You do whatever the heck you want to do, but I'm just saying that if your child is vaccinated, what are you? You
shouldn't have anything to worry about. Absolutely.
But then there's people out there saying, "Oh, well, the reason I'm worried is because my child is allergic to a vaccination and they couldn't get it. So if this person doesn't vaccinate and they can, and their child gets, well, then your child can get measles anyways if they're not vaccinated." Right. So it's this whole vicious cycle of bullcrap.
It's called. I'm sorry. And I'm going to say it again. It's called worry about your own shit, okay?
Right.
Quit worrying about everybody else's.
Exactly.
If you got all this time on your hands, I think you got an issue. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. That's just my opinion. It's just ridiculous.
Right.
I just, whatever, it sounds like, what do you do? Obviously nothing, but bitch.
Yeah, people
So,
must sit around just constantly and just
yeah,
be like, I'm offended by this, I'm offended by that, I'm triggered
go
by
live in a
this.
hole. Leave us alone, okay? Um,
I
here's your
believe this, so
here's
now
your
you have to.
participation trophy in life. Go
You're
away.
not allowed to believe, to me, unless, okay, now this is my thing. If you're hurt, if what you believe in and what you're doing is hurting other people, like intentionally hurt,
Yeah.
then no, you shouldn't be doing it, and you need to stop, okay?
Yes.
If you're doing something that it's your business, it's on you,
Yeah.
it's only affecting you, who cares?
Yeah. Exactly. It's just these do-gooders out. They have nothing else to do. I swear to God. And all of a sudden,
It's always the happy little housewives
yeah.
that don't work that always start this crap. Have
You know
you
why?
ever noticed?
Because they need something to do.
Like even back in the 80s, remember the whole ban on music. It all
Oh
came from
God,
these
yeah.
poor housewives with nothing
And banning
to do.
books? Are you kidding?
Right, I know they banned so many.
And we read
To
those.
Kill a Mockingbird,
Mockingbird.
they banned
Yeah.
it from the schools.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell?
Exactly. Because these do-gooders had nothing else to do but
Well,
do
they're
this.
trying to erase history. It's like, okay, we have an effed up history. Okay,
Yeah.
our
Oh,
country
yeah, no
does.
doubt.
We did a lot of bad shit.
But tell
to
them
a
the
lot of
truth.
bad people.
Tell them
But
the truth, not the
a
sugar.
lot of these books were written at the time when those things were
Yes.
were going on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry those things were going on.
Yes.
And it's true. Whether it be slavery, whether it be,
Yeah.
the
Abuse,
civil rights,
whatever.
whether abuse,
abuse.
able to beat your women, able
Yeah.
to
Yeah. The domestic violence
able
stuff.
to beat your kids or
Yes.
whatever. It's like all these things went on. It's how it is. That's how history was. You
Yes.
cannot change it.
No.
People wrote these books at a time when that stuff was going on, and we shouldn't forget it because we're doomed to repeat it if
Exactly.
you don't. It's just
Because
a
they're
fact.
sugarcoating it. Stop
So
it.
now they're trying to keep everybody's. Oh, they don't need to know about that. They don't need to know about it.
okay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They need to know what our history was about. What horrific things happened, so it doesn't happen again.
Thank you. Yes. And that just burns my butt thinking about that. It really does. Because they have no idea what they're doing. They haven't a clue.
Yeah, American history, they've blocked out basically like the Indian Wars.
Yes.
They it down to just a couple battles.
Yeah.
They've totally blocked out the fact of all the horrific things.
Yes.
And it's not good. They've blocked out slavery. They've blocked out the civil rights movement, which to me is huge.
That's huge.
Because the fight of minority people to be able to be equal in this country was huge, and that should be recognized, and it should be celebrated, and it should not be hidden.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. That burns my butt. It really does. Because they have no idea. These kids have no clue. None.
But they've decided to this happened. People were not having. So some people protested, and then we got the rights. No, they didn't protest. They freaking shook shit up. They burned shit down, and
Yeah. What about
people were being killed and bullets.
How about
and
all the college and Kent State shootings in all this?
Yeah.
This wasn't pretty, guys. Don't sugarcoat it.
It's a fact. It happened, and these people need to know about this. They need to know the fights of people, so that way they can appreciate what's going on now.
Absolutely.
God,
I know.
And same with women. It's like women themselves. People don't understand. Women had really no rights for the longest time. I mean, we couldn't vote till what was it, 1920s?
Yeah, it was crazy.
In most states, it was still, until 1986, it was still legal in most states for husbands to beat their wives.
Yeah. Domestic abuse was not recognized.
Actually, raping the wives was illegal until the 90s in some states.
Yeah. It was that domestic violence, that nobody was to get involved in that. That's their problem.
Exactly. There's so many things, and it's like wages, women can make less than men for so many years.
Yes.
It was till almost the 2000s this was going on.
Yes, there's just so much that they're not getting
So this is what I'm talking about. You know,
Yeah.
they're like you said, people are getting offended. They're erasing history. They're doing this, and this is what's going on to me. And the people are like, how does this pertain to vaping? But it does.
Yeah.
Because people are like, okay, well, we don't want them addicted to nicotine. This. You know, if it's not affecting you, shut up.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. I am so much agree with you. You have no idea, because it's like quit making decisions that I didn't agree to. Quit that.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
You're making decisions for me.
I totally get the
Oh,
cigarettes.
yeah.
You don't want to be in a closed room in a restaurant with people.
No.
You know, and all you smell is smoking ass. That's all you smell. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I get it. You know?
I totally get that. You're coughing and you're inhaling it in. I get that. I do. I get the whole not smoking in public places. I unfortunately, I do. Because you are infringing on other people's rights.
True.
Very
true.
But outside, you're not infringing on shit. So just, stop with that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. But what we're saying is that these people out there, we need to ban this. We need to ban. Shut up.
Exactly.
These people.
Kids are becoming addicted to nicotine. Well, guess what? Before the e-cigarettes, they were smoking.
Yes.
Like crazy. And don't think just because you changed your freaking laws that they're not getting cigarettes.
Yeah,
you know how
honestly.
easy it is to get stuff?
Obviously, these parents haven't a clue. And that's another issue altogether. If they were involved in their kids' lives, they would know this. But again,
you know how easy it is to get cigarettes in high school? Let me tell you. Oh,
God, yeah.
Oh, hey, dude, you're 18, right? Yeah, I hear. Cool. Hey, go pick me up a pack of smokes. Here, I'll buy you a Mountain.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll buy you a Mountain Dew, man. Just give me a pack of smokes, too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Here's your smokes.
Yep, absolutely.
It's not that hard.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
and even if they say, well, we're going to change the age to 21.
Oh.
Okay, do you know how easy it is, Ben? Oh, hey, man. Hey, yeah, you going in there? Cool. What are you getting? Okay, cool. I'll buy that for you if you get me some cigarettes.
Yeah.
Here you go. All right, hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah, absolutely. And the problem is that you're busy out there screaming about stuff. You don't even know what's going on in your own backyard. So
exactly. It's probably their kids out doing it.
Yeah. Why don't you stay at home? Maybe you find things out.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm sorry. So we're going to tell you the facts that everything.
We're not sugarcoating nothing.
What we think too.
Yeah.
I mean, you may not give a crap what we think, but we're going to tell you anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's out of hand. It really is. It's
kind of like it cracked me up when the drinking age went from 18 to 19 to 21.
Yeah.
And I believe it was Arizona. The age went from 19 to 21, and it was just a few months.
Yeah.
I was so mad. But anyways, it's and it just cracks me up because I think that these laws stop people.
Yeah. No.
Oh, well, it's going to deter them from going to alcohol.
No, it don't.
Dude, what are you doing? All right, what are you getting a Coke and what? A pizza? Okay, here. Here, we'll all buy your pizza. Just bring us out some beer.
Yeah,
no, it's
pack.
Cool. No, yeah, we got it. Yeah, all right. Awesome. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, there you go. Real simple. It's Christ. It's just, I don't know. It's like they haven't a clue what goes on around them, but they're busy yelling to ban stuff. So
and let us look at the big issue here. Okay, let's see. Meth is illegal.
Yeah.
We got a meth problem in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Heroin's illegal. Got a heroin problem in the country.
Yep. We have pens. We have pens that save drug addicts, but the EpiPens are ridiculously high. But that's okay.
Yeah. We give out free needles to drug addicts.
Yeah. But kids can't get an EpiPen. But that's okay. Something is that this is seriously screwed up. No doubt.
This is called government control. Yes. This is what government control is. Yep. They don't mind people addicted to drugs because then they can control them.
Yes. Yeah.
They can control the flow of drugs in the streets. They can control all kinds of things. They can control little robots.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, but they don't care if a kid gets, stung by a bee and dies because who cares? That's beyond their control.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
But they get lots of money from that EpiPen for the people who can afford it.
Yeah. Yep. It's ridiculous. Should be the other way around. But what do I know?
Yeah, so here's my challenge to you, Mr. President Donald Trump.
Okay.
Instead of worrying about these friggin' e-cigarettes, you know, stop worrying about that bullshit. Start worrying about stuff like e-pens and EpiPens and, you know, for kids that can't get them. Start regulating these these drug companies that are charging all this BS for stuff that you can get in other countries for $6 is costing $6,000 here.
Yes.
You know, start worrying about that stuff.
Yeah. Quit worrying about these protesters and crap.
So your wife got upset about it. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry your wife was upset about the e-cigs.
Yeah.
But you know what? And now you're going to take away the flavors of them, so the people who are actually trying to quit smoking won't be able to do it because they can't stand the taste of the e-cig tobacco. You know, so basically you're going to drive them back to cigarettes.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. Not.
So that's my challenge to you, Mr. President Donald Trump. Start regulating the drug companies.
I second
Try
that.
to do something to help the American people be a little healthier other than worrying about these stupid e-cigarettes.
Yeah. Let's quit worried about offending people, okay?
Yes, and these parents groups are like, oh, God, the kids are addicted to nicotine. Well, guess what? Your kids are also swallowing the pills out of your cabinets.
Yeah. That you're taking, okay? Yeah.
Eating your Tide Pods.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Lord have mercy with that. But yeah.
We're addicted to nicotine. Well, let's worry about the nicotine, but let's not worry about the freaking energy drinks that have, like, God knows how many milligrams of caffeine in them that they can get easily at any convenience store that's blowing up their hearts.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. You can't drink those like that. Yeah, thank you.
What they do, these kids chug these things.
Oh, yeah, but that's okay. And the parents buy them.
Yeah,
I have seen it.
There's laws saying that they can't get e-cigarettes till they're 18 years old.
Yeah.
Any 6-year-old can walk in and get an energy drink that contains God knows how many milligrams of caffeine that's blowing up their friggin' heart.
Yeah, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, let's get priorities here. Priorities, to this country's priorities.
Like I said, we're missing an element here because for them to go after these e-cigarettes, it has to do with money.
Oh, absolutely.
It has to do with some kind of money for our government. That's the only. Why else would they be doing that?
Exactly.
Why else?
Because they want to control it like they do everything else.
So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I second that challenge. So, Mr. Trump.
President Donald Trump, listen to us.
Yes. I know there's people out there listening.
Worry about other things.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Our show gets monitored by all kinds
Here
of
we go. Yeah.
Chinese.
Here we go.
Bye, guys.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Do something productive, Mr. President Donald Trump, and start worrying about stuff that needs to be worried
Quit
about.
worried about offending people.
And if you want to go after these e-cigarette things, go after the people illegally making these liquids.
Yes.
Don't go after the actual stores that are actually trying to help people to quit smoking and things like that. You know, then, maybe get rid of the dildo-looking ones. That's okay. That's fine with me.
Just a
I
thought.
have no issues with that. I really don't. But seriously, do something productive. Make it so an EpiPen isn't costing so much so people who actually stung by a bee might live.
Yeah, thanks. Like children, thank you. Quit worried about the drug addicts.
The children you're trying to protect from the e-cigarettes, a lot of them are dying because they can't get a hold of EpiPens because they're so expensive.
Yes.
So let's think about that one for a minute.
Yeah. Yep.
So there.
Let's think about how about these school nurses, too. They can't have an EpiPen. They have to give it to the nurse.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so if the kid gets stung by a bee
out on playground,
on the field in a gigantic high school that's like, and you've seen some of these high schools are built like freaking college campuses.
Yes.
Somebody
find the nurse.
Run to the nurse.
Yeah. Are you?
No. And she's gonna run across campus with the EpiPen.
Yeah. There's something wrong here. Absolutely.
What do they think exactly they're going to do with this e-pen at school?
I don't know.
What
they have
exactly
control
because
apparently they think the kids don't know enough. Wrong. They know they're allergic to it. That's why they have it. I know how to use it.
Oh yeah, I can remember even when I was a kid in school, I can remember like them freaking out because I had Tylenol in my locker.
Oh my God, yeah, what?
What the hell do you think I'm going to do with Tylenol?
Yeah.
I'm going to glue it to my locker and pray to it? I mean, what do you think is going to happen? You know?
I never thought of that. Oh.
What the hell do you think someone's going to do with Tylenol?
I don't know, but yeah, it really it's ridiculous. It is totally ridiculous. Come on, man. Come on, man, stop it. Our priorities in this country are totally screwed up. There is no doubt in my mind.
They are. We're, I said, they pretty much said that these deaths and these problems are because of illegal cartridges and the THC oil. Right. So, okay, you found the problem. Kind of like you found the stain, wash it out.
Yeah.
What's the problem here?
Yeah, and they're mixing their own stuff. So, that's user error.
And found the stain, wash it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's not
use
create
the Tide
more
Pods
stains.
You didn't eat. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Right. Right. Don't create more stains to, make it all muddy where you can never wash it again.
Yeah.
Just wash the stain out. That's all you
go.
Do.
Absolutely. So you heard our challenge. You heard Michelle's challenge, which I seconded. So let's get on the ball here. Get priorities straight here.
And we'll say his name again to make sure, in case the government people aren't listening.
Yeah.
Mr. President Donald Trump.
Yes.
Stop worrying about e-cigarettes. Start worrying about things that matter. Please.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Please.
And I second it. So there you go. If you didn't hear that clear, just let us know. Bring a coffee while you're at it.
And of course, people say, he's not my president. Well, you're my president. Of course, you were elected. So there you are.
Yep.
As the elected official of our country.
Yes.
Do something.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So you offend people, so what? Let them be offended. Get over it. Do what's right for a change. Do what's right, not what these big companies
like I said, are we endorsing vape?
No, absolutely not.
It's smoking in general, whereas vapor, so it's a horrible habit.
Right.
Don't
it is.
get into it. But if you need vaping to quit smoking, it's there. And it should be there.
Yeah.
And just the people who's abusing it, stop doing it.
Yeah, here we go. That's what happens.
You're abusing it, stop doing it.
Yeah, it's real simple. I don't see, there's not math involved. There's no core.
Or like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
There's no core math involved.
Stop doing it.
Yeah. And like I said, there's no core math involved, so there you go.
Right, core. That's the dumbest stuff.
That was another stupid ass thing. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it really was.
It's like, what? Okay, whatever.
They don't want kids to have to think. They want to have them write it down. Like, they don't want kids to go, okay, 9 times 3, what, 27? They want to go, okay, 9 till, okay, hold on, let me write this down.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's carry the 2, add a 0.
Yeah, stop
minus 5, plus 15.
Yeah, stop it. Just stop it now. Yeah. Oh, God.
The answer is 28? No, it's 22. These are multiplication tables.
Oh, God. Okay. Yep, exactly.
You watch, we're both going to have like these weird vans following us, right?
Yeah, I know, right? We're going to get messages. We're going to get hate mail. Whatever.
Hate me if you want. I don't care.
Yeah, me either, but I love it. Do it. And here you're going to get the unvarnished truth, and that's just how it is.
Right.
We say what we believe. You don't have to believe it. It's just our opinions. So you don't have to agree with our opinions. I'm sure you have your own.
No. But like I said, there's facts out there.
Yes, absolutely.
Cigarettes are safer than cigarettes, obviously.
Yeah.
480,000 deaths compared to 6.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So you have that, and most of those deaths are from user error.
Yes.
whether they bought illegal stuff or homemade stuff, or they're smoking too much of it, or whatever.
They're in a cloud. Yeah. I mean, it's like they're in this foggy cloud, man. I've seen that. It's like, holy crap, I couldn't even do that.
The hurricane gear.
Yeah. It's not. Oh, sorry, guys. It wasn't a hurricane. Yeah.
Silent Hill. Oh, God.
Yeah. Enter if you dare. Yes. Yeah, it's crazy. I've seen that, and it's like, holy crap. Those are ridiculous.
They are.
Oh, my God. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, no, you see the big ones that just start dying laughing.
Yeah, I know I'm going to, and they're going to... yeah, I didn't take my meds. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I will. Next time I see one like that, I'm going to lose it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I can't even imagine inhaling that much. I couldn't even do that.
No, and it's like I said, it's just ridiculous. Half of it, it's like they'll do it, then they all do that little cough. Have you ever heard? It's like they do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reminds me of like the old stoner days.
Yeah.
When your friend who was just a little bit too stoned, it's like a little bit.
Yep.
And then they got like this smoke coming out with their.
I swear it comes out their nose, their mouth, their ears. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. That's it. We got that down right.
You're waiting for the foghorn,
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. Oh, God. Yep. Okay.
So there it is.
Yep, there it is. Oh. Okay.
I can hear one of those people, they're getting triggered right now. They're like going into twitching. Our kids are becoming addicted to nicotine. Well, guess what? Your kids were already addicted to nicotine.
Yeah, they were already addicted. Yeah, where you been? Yeah.
Kids have been addicted to nicotine since like 1942, man.
There you go. This is not anything new. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah. Hate to tell you, but they've been doing this since they were 8. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, probably some of them, but some others are just trying it.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying.
No, we're just saying.
Instead of trying to govern other people's kids, why don't you worry about your own?
There you go. That's what I say. Yeah. Quit worrying about everybody else. Don't make the decisions for me. Thank you.
Worry about your own children. Yep. So your children now say, hey, this is bad.
Yeah. Explain why. If they're older, I think this is bad. Okay. But yeah. Talk to your kids. Just a thought. But
exactly.
Find out what's going on in your home before you worry about everybody else.
Well, that's usually how it is.
Yeah. And they find out they've been addicted to codeine for 5 years. Are you kidding?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? These are the people that find out their kids have been doing it for years.
Exactly.
And they're like, I never knew. Yeah, we kind of noticed that. So, yeah, worry about what's going on in your own backyard before you worry about it. And don't make decisions for me. Thank you.
Right. That's the biggest thing right there.
Yeah, you advocates or whatever you do-gooders, you're making decisions for me. I don't even know you, number one. Number 2, don't be making decisions for me.
I just noticed in our chat room, Stephen and Sonia here. Hi, guys.
Yep, they've been in and out.
Coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's...
that drives me
absolutely... It's been happening forever, though. It's been happening forever.
I know, but it still drives me nuts. It's like, really? Funny, I didn't have a say-so in this, but okay. So, anyway.
I know. It's infuriating. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Certain things, take it to the public. Have the public vote then, not on your say-so, okay? But the public vote on
Yeah,
it.
but let them hear both sides of everything.
Yes.
You know, don't just hear the
Exactly.
the CNN, Fox News spin on everything.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you know, if you want something changed, take it to the people. Let them decide. If you don't like their decision, move. Sorry. That's like my neighbor said, hi, I'm moving tomorrow. But yeah, don't be making decisions for me. Let the people decide. If everybody votes for it, fine. Get over it. If they, don't vote for it, that's okay too. That means the majority voted, not just you.
Right.
But anyway, I think I better get off my soapbox here.
It happens.
It just irritates me to no end. Really does.
I know. It does me too. It does. I don't understand what the biggest thing that I don't get about all of this is, like I said, is what is the missing element?
Yeah,
that we're
exactly.
It's got to have something to do with the government and money and something, because why are they worrying about this? I'm going to do some research here real quick. Okay. Just give me a second.
All right. I agree. It's like it's like a big epidemic outbreak they're, doing this like. And we're not downplaying the sick people or the deaths or anything. That's not it. It's just in comparison to other things, it's really out of proportion. And why? And that's, hopefully Michelle will come up with some info for us here.
Okay, so let's see. There's been 2,458 deaths due to anaphylaxis, shock from the, having an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
And 593, an additional 593 deaths due to allergic reaction were identified over a 12-year period.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that one for a second.
Thank you. Yes.
And a lot, I bet you a lot of those could have been
prevented. They had an EpiPen.
And this is from the I don't know, it's AAA something I. It's like Dying from Allergies, Fatal Anaphylaxis in the United States.
Yes.
This is a study from 2014, and I'm sure it's risen since then.
Oh, yeah. This should not be happening.
Yeah. So we're worried about these, and I'm not trying,
no,
people
we're
say
not. That's
deflection. It's not deflection, it's reality.
Yes.
It's reality. We are worried about these e-cigarettes and things like this, but then, like you said, these EpiPens are so expensive that people can't afford them, even with their insurance.
Right.
Some of the insurance won't even.
They won't cover it.
Yeah.
Why? It's like, hello? I don't understand it. I really don't. And they're making this huge, almost epidemic deal about these e-cigs. Are you kidding? How about the kids that died because they didn't have an EpiPen? I'm sorry, but
exactly
something wrong here.
Now I'm gonna let's see. Let's look at the cost of an EpiPen, shall we?
Yes, shall we? Yes, we shall.
Yeah, this is so we're worried about this stuff, which I'm not saying isn't something that you should have to worry about, but it is. Okay. So to get 2 injectors, which is the general that comes in a box,
right?
It costs between $650 and $700 cash price.
Yeah.
Okay, it says possibly if you can save $300 on the EpiPen or EpiPen Junior from Mylon, which still costs $150 to $300.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you guys listening to this?
Pay attention.
Yeah. And I know, like I said, people are like, you're deflecting the problem. No, I'm not deflecting. I'm being a realist.
Yes. And that was risen.
This ridiculous crap with a freaking e-cigarette when it's user error, obviously.
Yes.
And our government is spending time and money and resources on this ridiculous witch hunt.
Yes.
When we have these kind of problems going on.
Got that right. And the beforehand, when did that happen? They raised it so high. It used to be affordable.
It was a while back, but yeah.
And all of a sudden, something in the government changed, and up they went to $600 right away. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The priorities, like I said, are just all screwed up. All screwed up. So think about that, people.
And there is somebody who came out with a generic EpiPen, but they still don't know because it's not on the market.
Yeah.
They have an alternative, which is or whatever. Click something. It's epinephrine pens. It runs close to about $500 per 2-pack. It says Ataract, whatever. Click has an authorized generic EpiPen auto injector. It can be obtained from CVS Pharmacy for about $109 for a 2-pack. But still,
yes,
this is stuff that costs just pennies on the dollar in other countries.
Yes.
Why is it so expensive here?
Yeah.
Maybe if our government would stop spending its money on these ridiculous witch hunts.
Yep.
Because they're so freaking worried that they might, skip out on some kind of damn tax revenue or whatever they're going to get from this ridiculous witch hunt, and start worrying about this kind of stuff. Maybe we might be able to save thousands of lives.
Maybe. That's right. But I guess
Let's think about that one.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's crazy. How much do one of those narc pens cost for the? What is the stuff that they use for the drug addicts that OD? What is the name of that stuff?
Oh yeah,
How much of those cost?
I think you can get those free.
Yeah, but what is it costing the state or whatever? I wonder.
Oh, I'm sure a lot. Okay, you said, why is an EpiPen so expensive? Do you want to know the answer to that?
Yeah.
Okay, this is from drugs.com. Why is EpiPen so expensive? In August 2016, two U.S. senators questioned why there had been such a massive EpiPen price increase by Mylan, the manufacturer of EpiPen. Concerns existed that the drug was not priced fairly for patients with life-threatening allergies. Over the last decade, the EpiPen cost had soared from roughly $100 to over $600 per 2-injector package.
Yep.
Members of Congress also raised the point that EpiPen, which is used by many children and on the government assistance program Medicaid, was unfairly overpriced, and the taxpayers were picking up the tax for the drug.
Right.
Before the availability of cheaper generics for EpiPen, Mylan controlled 90% of the market. 90%.
Yeah. God.
And faced little competition for the EpiPen. According to the New York Times, Mylan also blocked competition by requiring schools that obtain discounted EpiPens to sign contracts that forbid them from buying injectors from other companies. Mylan defended itself by saying that the EpiPen improvements had led to the price increases, and the insurance often covers the devices, and that the company provides discounts for those who qualify. However, in response to the outcry in December 2016, Mylan launched its first authorized generic EpiPen for a 50% discount to the brand name. However, since the launch of Mylan's authorized generic for EpiPen, even more affordable generic EpiPens auto-injectors have become available, but they're still expensive.
Yes.
$300.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It should not be. You
get one for $109 for two of them. But then that only contains, the generics contain only 80% of the actual medicine.
That doesn't mean it's going to work.
20% you're getting crap.
Yeah, exactly. So, what is the problem here? Control these pharmaceutical companies enough already. Jesus. It's ridiculous. Enough.
And you look at other countries that you can get an EpiPen without a prescription.
Yep.
They cost around $100.
Yep.
Always have.
Yep.
Like countries like Canada, stuff like that. So let's talk as to why.
Because of the money. They can get it. And they're going to get it. Because people have no choice. But people are dying because they can't afford it. Okay, that makes sense. And they have no guilt over this. None.
Yeah. Yeah, the generic for the EpiPen, it says price not available, of course.
Yeah.
But then it has the EpiPen, and EpiPen Junior is about $650 to $700 cash price.
Yeah.
Authorized generic is about $150 to $300.
Yeah.
Adrenoclick, whatever that is roughly $450 to $500.
It's ridiculous.
Let's see, the authorized generic of that product is $109 at CVS.
Yeah.
It says pharmacy higher at other pharmacies, though. So CVS apparently has the market on this one thing. So if you don't have a CVS in your town, well, screw you.
Yep, you're done with that, too, yeah. So
then the Avicue, whatever that is, it says zero copay for insured patients and for families with income of less than $100,000 a year without insurance. One prescription includes 2 auto-injectors, has voice instructions. But then, of course, you can't get the ingredients on that
right,
one.
Yeah. It's just so ridiculous. It's unacceptable.
And then there's another one called Simjippy or something. It says price not available yet.
Yeah, I'll bet. Unacceptable. Government, Mr. Trump. Unacceptable.
Yes. So, while you're out there worrying about e-cigarettes, which is user error, most of it, we're going to go after these companies because they have flavored freaking vapes.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. In the meantime.
Yes.
Bells are still going off. Ding dong, ding dong. Over here. EpiPen.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they can.
Why?
It's that simple. They can,
or
and
at
they
least,
did.
Or at least explain to us what this piece is that we're missing. What's in it for the government?
Yeah, exactly.
And we're missing. Are you trying to regulate stuff? Are you trying to make money off it? I mean,
sure they are.
If they would tell us what's going on, maybe we might accept, like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Now, God forbid.
There's a ridiculous witch hunt going on again, and it's like, I want to know why.
Yep. We want to know. But I don't know if they'll tell us.
Like I said, the CDC has explained what's going on, what happened, why. Like I said, you got to stay and wash it out. Okay, problem solved.
There you go.
No, going and going and going and going, and we're going to find problems with the thread and problems with the fabric. And
Exactly. So, again, no, we're not deflecting or downplaying anything. Nope. We're just trying to let you know.
We're trying to establish what makes e-cigarettes more important priority
than anything else.
An allergic reaction, in which, by the way, most of these allergic reactions are being caused by your freaking stupid GMOs.
Thank you. Yep.
So,
and we're back. Yep. We could get into it even deeper.
I can get back into that again easily. We won't do that because I will go off. So
I know. I agree. I know. You don't want to get us started too much. Believe me.
No.
Yeah.
But no, just out of curiosity, just start doing some research on GMO and allergies and the rise of allergies in the last 20 years and the GMO products that have caused it. It's a very interesting read. So just saying.
Yep. There you go. Homework. You got homework.
Homework.
Test next time. We're going to give you a test in 2 weeks. So do your research, your homework, and then we're going to give you a test, okay?
If some band doesn't come kidnap us.
Yeah, I know, right? But, it's just we're trying to say, why is this being such a huge thing going on when there are much other bigger things that need to be taken care of?
Right. Like I said, it's a witch hunt for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be government control somehow. Money, revenue, got to get that money in.
It's got to have something to do with something like that because they're not going to go on this big of a witch hunt.
I know, right?
It just cracks me up. The president's always fake news, but then he listens to every word these idiots say about this. It's
Seriously.
Something's wrong there.
Yeah. If you tweet on Twitter, then let him know. I don't tweet.
I don't tweet.
Sorry, but let him know. I'm sure he knows now. We challenged him, so.
Yeah,
if he doesn't know now, he will soon.
Somebody from the government who's listening who heard, President Donald Trump over the, clicking, they're listening. It's like, okay, well, that's what our challenge is for you, sir.
There you go. There you go. Oh, so what else you got? Anything else to say? Did we exhaust?
I have lots to say.
Oh
but
yeah, I know. Me too.
Next,
But are we going? Are we going to say them tonight? Yeah. We'll get to them.
Yeah, we'll get to all of it.
And you know it. Absolutely. Anyway,
I was like, what the hell's wrong with these bros?
I know, right? You love us, you know it. But we got some new stuff coming up. AHS starts this week. Ooh, I can't wait.
I know. It's so crazy.
I know. AHS 1984. Awesome. Sports talk tomorrow. Got sports talk tomorrow. Lots to talk about. Holy crap. AHS will be on. DWD. Then we got Hollywood Review. We got Encounters in Ecto Saturday night. And we're going to do the Area 51 thing, right? The aliens. So, because they're supposed to storm it this Friday. So we shall see.
Yeah. So we'll see on Saturday what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on. So be ready.
Okay, and I'm going to go on the record saying this, people. To think about this one. You are not just storming an supposed alien sighting place, whatever, which we all know it's government secrets, blah, blah, but you are storming an American Air Force base.
Yes.
An American military base. You are going to storm a military base. Think about that one first. Okay? Think before you do this, because number one, you could be arrested. Number two, you could be killed. Think about this. You
could be charged with treason.
And I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do and not to do. I'm just telling you the facts here.
Yep.
These people that started this as a joke, they were not serious, has turned into a thing, and now people are saying they're going to go storm this. But like I said, you are planning on storming a military base.
Yes.
It is not the most brilliant plan on the planet.
No.
Just so you know.
Yep. Just putting that out there.
I don't even think that's the most brilliant plan in a small town. So just,
just putting that out there. Yeah.
Just putting that out there. That's a pretty dumb thing to do.
Yeah. But we'll see what's going on, and we'll give you up to dates on Saturday. So pretty cool.
So we'll let you know, but like I said, I'm going on record as saying it's a very bad idea.
I agree. Totally agree. No.
Very bad idea.
Yeah. You can't stop us all. Okay, good luck with that.
No, they can't stop you all, but they sure as hell shoot you all.
Yep. Got that
Put some
right.
tear gas down, probably arrest you guys, maybe fence you in, put a big old fence up and just make that the new prison for you.
Yeah.
There's several scenarios that's going into my mind here.
You got that right. Yeah. Yeah.
Believe me, this is something that the government's also thought of. They pay people millions of dollars every year just to think shit up. So
you got that right.
They have a solution for this already.
Oh yes, and it's in place. So there you go. So
and there's nothing there because you guys already warned them you were coming.
Yeah. Duh. Yeah. Doesn't that drive you crazy? Like really? Not a secret anymore. Duh. I was like, why are you telling him this? I couldn't figure it out. What do I know? I don't know. Have lunch. Okay? Have lunch right.
We know you goddamn aliens here, so we're going to come storm your facility. We're going to find them aliens.
Yep.
Well, guess what? If they were there, they're not now.
No. Seriously.
They're on lockdown well below the earth somewhere.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, my Lord. Maybe they'll have lunch for you. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like the ultimate funny thing to happen?
That would be hilarious.
Like they start this facility and they've got like tea and crumpets and big old party balloons.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yay. That would be great. Sounds like something we do. Exactly. Sounds like something we would do. Have a balloon. You're okay. Have some cake. There you go. Eat some cake.
Have some guy in an alien costume waving at her.
There you go. Yeah. Have my alien coffee cup, so there you go. We'll be all set.
I would do that.
Yep.
That'd be hilarious.
It would. It'd be something we do, too. Our government should hire us. We do that shit.
Oh, yeah. I would do it for free. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Just get me there. That's all I'd ask. Yeah. I'd be alien costume waving. Hello. Sit down. Tea and crumpets for all.
Let them eat cake. Yes. And a balloon. Yeah.
Welcome invaders. Win.
It's so much fun we'd have. We'd have so much fun with that. But that'll be coming up this weekend, so stay tuned for that for sure. Should be interesting. And then Sunday we start the AHS podcast. So we got lots going on. Lots.
Lots.
Yeah.
Oh, you forgot Friday.
Well, of course. That goes without saying with our biggest freak, Chris Stevens, on Friday nights.
Oh, yeah. He plays some awesome music, so check that out. But I'm working on a project. Zach, our Zach Attack there, he's got shows coming up.
Yep.
Ideas. He's got some shows coming up.
Yep. He does a Orange Crush Live on Monday nights, I think. Something.
There you go.
I think
He's
it's
doing all kinds of crazy stuff lately.
Yeah, check out. And where should they check that out?
And our resident wacko there, he went to a Flat Earth Society meeting.
Oh.
Hey, I'm not saying it is or isn't, man. Okay, this is all I know. Okay, like people are saying it's round because but the Earth spins really fast, right? Am I right? It does do that. That's what they're saying. But if you take a penny and you turn it really fast, what does it look like? Round.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We're just putting that out there.
I honestly don't care really if whether the Earth's round, flat, whatever. We're here. We're here. We're not getting off this rock. That's just how it is.
Yeah. We're just putting that out there.
Yeah, if they're lying to us, it wouldn't be the first time or the last. So.
Yep, got that right. We're kind of used to that, right?
Yeah.
Sad but true. Cool. Yeah. So we got lots of stuff going on. So check out. Where do they check for that?
They can check at KBLP LLC on Facebook. You can check for any of our shows, stuff. You can click on, we got links there, all kinds of stuff. And we also have KBLP4, KBLP4, LLC4 on Facebook.
You sound like me now.
I knew what I was saying. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
KBLP LLC4 on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you can get our shows live there, well, not live, but you just click on them, it sounds live. And then also this show, we have Planet B O B on Facebook, and we have lots of links to the shows there, lots of information, good stuff, prepping, everything, like I said, everything you need for modern survival. And what is the definition of modern survival? Everything from clipping coupons to the apocalypse.
Prepare for yourself. Rely on yourself.
Insist upon yourself.
There you go.
This is major message on the show. Insist upon yourself. So like this vaping thing, if you're dumb enough to buy stuff from some random psycho on a corner who's going to save you $5 for the juice, well, guess what? You know you're dumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you're going to sit there and make experiments in your home with this stuff.
Yeah, you're dumb. Insist upon yourself to keep yourself safe.
Yes. Don't worry about everybody else.
So if you want to vape, go to a shop where it's actually certified. They actually know what the hell they're doing. They know what they're talking about. Ask questions. Ask about their ingredients. They'll be happy to help you.
Yes. Absolutely. So worry about yourself. Rely on yourself. Don't worry about everybody else.
Exactly. And thank you to King's Cannabiz.
Yes, absolutely. As
for
always.
sponsoring our show.
Yeah.
Awesome people, awesome deal. And like I said, we've said this so many times, insist upon yourself. Do not rely on the government to save you. Do not rely on the government to protect you. They're not going to.
No. Nope. Absolutely not. So there you go.
So there you go.
Yeah. We want to hear from you too. Any opinions? We want to know. We want to hear what you have to say.
Even if you don't like us, man, just
say, hey, you guys are nuts. Yes, thank you. We are.
Go on KBLB LLC.
Let them know,
Go on Planet B O B. Post something, man. Tell us what you think.
Absolutely. Or maybe something you want to hear about. Let us know.
Exactly. Oh, and there's another show. It's in the works right now. It's going to be interesting. The comedy show that I'm working on
it's going to
support my multiple personalities here.
There you go. I wish I need to put mine to use. There you go. We need to put at least one of them to work.
It's going to be like a seasonal show. I'm thinking about doing. It's called The Witch's Corner Bookshelf. Going to be doing stories, like reading stories or telling you the story of stuff like Legend of Sleepy Hollow, things like that. Different voices, different things. It's supposed to be funny. It's not supposed to be serious. So if you listen to that,
maybe she'll have a troll on as a guest sometime.
You never know.
Maybe.
Never know.
Never know. Have a troll. I can't wait for this because she's awesome and freaking hilarious. So you need to tune into this stuff. Let me tell you, I heard the test and I was dying. So it's great. I don't know how you're going to keep that up. I honestly don't. But
well, like I said, I'll have to pre-record because I'm going to have to like different voices and stuff. But it's going to be
great. This is going to be a huge hit. It's going to be a huge hit.
Hopefully y'all like it.
Maybe we should do a seasonal thing. That's fine. We should do one for Christmas. The elves. The elves at the workshop. There you go. But no. Yeah. Okay. Just putting that out there.
We're being generous. We're just randomly just picking stuff up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just putting that out there. Anyway, so stay tuned for this show. You can't miss it. Honestly, it's going to be great. I can't wait to hear it. So, yeah.
Thank you. Hopefully it'll be fun.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. So you're going to have a great.
It's a comedy show. It's not supposed to be serious. It's definitely not for children. So do not ever think that this show is for children.
Yeah, no. Actually,
I don't think there's anything right now on KBLP LLC that is for children.
Well, they shouldn't be up this late anyway, number one.
No, they shouldn't.
Yeah, but you never know. But anyway, maybe we should do a kids thing once in a while.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
I don't know if we do it,
I don't know. We'll figure it out, as we always do. So, on that note, stay tuned for all this. Lots of stuff going on. And then, of course, I'll be doing a live podcast from Haunted Hydro, which is a haunted attraction here in Fremont, Ohio. I want to give them a plug because they're letting me come out there to do this. So,
thanks, guys.
And it attracts people.
Wait to hear that.
It's going to be crazy. I can't wait to do this live. It's going to be absolutely so much fun. So,
video it, put it on the KBLP LLC video site.
Actually, I was thinking about having my daughter come with me and she can video it while I do it, is what I'm thinking.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that because I wish we had visual on here. I really do. That would be so cool.
Although people don't really need to see me, but I like this podcast. I sit here in my pajamas.
This is true. I love it. Yes, I'm up in my comfies. Yeah.
I don't actually do that.
Looking like a troll anyway, so there you go. Yeah.
But no, it's cool. Yeah. Well, and if you ever want to know, I'm going to start doing bios on our podcasters for the KBLP LLC site, so that way you all can get a visual of what we look like and what, I'm not going to get too into detail, but, you can go stop.
Ooh.
But I want to do that so that way our listeners can kind of get to know us and,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Works right.
We're all crazy. We're all nuts, so.
Yeah, true. Awesome. That sounds a good idea, though. They can put a name with the face and face with the name with the face, whichever way it goes. So, alrighty. So stay tuned for all this good stuff going on. So, thank y'all for listening. Please let us know what you think.
Yep, give a shout out to all the podcasters.
Yep.
Mike and Zach and Chris and me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still going once in a while, but they don't show up too often.
Yeah. We'll just put that out there. But anyway, we're just putting it out there. Yeah. So, check us out. We got great shows.
Oh, I almost forgot. Yes, please. Check out, like we said, the Planet B period, O period, B period on Facebook, but also there's some other really great sites out there. Survival Wolves.
Absolutely.
On Facebook. N8, like the letter N, and 8 Survivalists on Facebook. They're also awesome. Julie Kenny has a site called the Conflicted What Would You Do scenarios. It's pretty cool. There's stuff on there like we post modern stuff like the articles of what's going on in the world, people's opinions, and there's also scenarios. I'm like, what would you do if this happened or that happened? You know, some of them are still doing the role-playing game, but that's cool. You can get on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, whatever.
You know, the RPG is still alive.
You know it.
Definitely get on there and, check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't know what you're missing.
And also Julie Kitty, I'm going to be involved in competition. Sorry, a Contra Radio Network. There's all kinds of stuff for survival on there. It's strictly survival stuff and different things like that. So
very cool.
Check it out.
Very cool.
Julie Kitty, as you know, is an author. She's been on our show several times, but
yeah, we need to have her back on before the end of the year.
She's so awesome.
I know.
I don't know, the last time she was on, you all freaking, oh my God. We were laughing so hard.
I think that's all we did. We were just...
It was like 12 minutes straight. We were all three of us so tired.
Yes.
We were so tired, and all it took was me talking about a Go Girl, which is a thing where you pee standing up as a woman. You can stick it in your pants.
That was it. Yep.
Oh my God, we all just lost it. It's like I couldn't even fish. And, It was, then anything after that, it didn't matter what it was. I could be like... And this will deter spiders.
I know, right? It was crazy. Crazy. You guys need to listen to that. It was great. We need to have her on sometime before the end of the year if she's not too busy. Good Lord.
Yeah, that was so crazy because it was like we were having technical difficulties. Like everything that we started late.
Yeah,
we were
because
all
of that. Yeah,
technical difficulties. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Yeah, we couldn't catch a break.
To the point of ridiculous, but we were like, you know what? I'm just gonna drink some whiskey here, just not here.
Yeah, yeah. It was just one of those. Yeah, it went all wrong, but we did it anyway. So
we did. We pull through.
Yep. We're survivalists, that's why.
We are.
Yeah. Ooh. Get what I did there? Yeah.
I do. I got exactly what you did there. All right. We are getting to that point.
Yes, we are, aren't we? Yeah.
Goofy is, you know what. So.
Yeah, so hope you
all have a wonderful evening. Yeah. Have a wonderful week.
Yes. And yay for the Browns. They won on Monday night. So, yeah. All you football. Yeah, football fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm still loyal to my poor Niners.
Hey, they are doing good. They are 2-0, Missy.
They are. They're awesome.
Garoppolo is awesome, which we will talk about tomorrow night. So tune in for that. We're going to be talking about what's been going on, some crazy stuff. So tune in for that tomorrow.
And
tomorrow's Tuesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow.
One little thing, totally off the subject here. Dwayne Dog Chapman, is in the hospital from a little incident with his heart out with family. So.
Yeah.
He's all good. He's probably not doing too well after his, like thing, but hopefully he pulls through and we see him again. Okay. I like that guy. Yeah. I know a lot of people think he's annoying as hell, but I actually like that guy.
Okay, much prayers go out for that.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I had that written on my paper here, and I totally forgot about it until just now. There it is.
Get that in there. Anything else you got written down you want to get in?
Not that I can think.
Okay. Don't want to forget.
Well, there's a couple of crazy people, but that's normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was writing down the people
okay.
Shooting each other, stupid.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for listening out there. Again, let us know what you think. Have a great week. We'll see you Saturday on Ecto and Encounters.
Yes. Y'all have a good week.
Yep. Peace out, y'all.
Saturday.
Yep. Have a good one. Peace out, y'all.
Night.